Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to Cosmic Essence Education. My name is Maitray, and in this video we'll be looking at the C&D formulas or the factorization formulas in trigonometry. So what are C&D or factorization formulae in trigonometry? Say we have something like the sum of two trigonometric ratios, say sine C plus sine D. Then this can be written as in factorized form, in factors form. So this is 2 sine C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. So the sum is converted into factors or the product by this formula. So the first formula is this: sin C plus sin D is equal to 2 sin C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. Let's look at the proof. Sin C plus sin D. We'll proceed from LHS. First say let C be equal to A plus B and D be equal to A minus B. In generally we can take C as A plus B and D as A minus B. After taking this, we can see that if I add these two, I will get C plus D is equal to 2A. That means A is equal to C plus D by 2, and if I put that in any of these equations, I will get B is equal to C minus D by 2. With this, let's write the LHS. LHS is equal to sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. Now we have looked at these formulas in the product to sum formulae. So I can write this as 2 sine A into cos B. Put the values of A and B back into this to get 2 sine C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2, which is our RHS, and it is in the factor form. Alright, so the next formula is sin C minus sin D, which is equal to 2 cos C plus D by 2 into sine C minus D by 2. Now there is a slight difference here. There is a negative sign here, sin C minus sin D, and on the right hand side we have 2 cos C plus D by 2 into sin C minus D by 2. So we get cos first and then sin after that. C minus D by 2 is with sin, C plus D by 2 is with cos. Let's look at the proof. Again we suppose C as equal to A plus B, D as equal to A minus B. Then we get A is equal to C plus D by 2 as before, and B is equal to C minus D by 2. Now from the LHS, we will get sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. Now let's expand them and then write this. So this is 2 sine A cos B plus cos A sine B minus of sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, which comes out to be equal to sine A cos B minus sine A cos B will get cancelled. Cos A sine B minus of minus, that means plus cos A sine B, means this is equal to 2 cos A sine B. Put back the values of A and B here, so we will get 2 cos C plus D by 2 into sine C minus D by 2, and this is our RHS. So we proved this formula. So the next formula, third one, this is cos C plus cos D, which is equal to 2 cos C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. Proof. We know that we have to take C as A plus B, D as A minus B. We'll get A is equal to C plus D by 2 and B is equal to C minus D by 2. Let's just write that here. Now we proceed from the LHS, which is cos C plus cos D. So cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B If we expand this, we'll get cos A cos B minus sin A sin B plus cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Sin A sin B gets cancelled, so this is equal to 2 cos A cos B. Now put back the values of A and B here, so we get 2 cos C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2, which is our RHS. Okay guys, so the next formula, which is the last one, fourth, is cos C minus cos D, which is equal to 2 sine C plus D by 2 into sine D minus C by 2. Now you notice that there's a big difference here. Instead of sine C minus D by 2, the formula here has D minus C by 2, so you have to be careful about this. This can also be written as minus 2 sine C plus D by 2 into sine C minus D by 2. So now the angle is as usual in the before formula, C minus D by 2, but there is a negative sign outside. Let's see why that is. Proof. So we know that C is equal to A plus B, D is equal to A minus B. We take that, and this means that A is equal to C plus D by 2 and B is equal to C minus D by 2. So let's proceed from the LHS. C minus cos D means cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B. So this is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B minus of cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. So now cos A cos B minus cos A cos B will get cancelled. Minus sin A sin B minus of sin A sin B means this is minus 2 sin A sin B. If we put back the values of A and B, this is minus 2 sine C plus D by 2 into sine C minus D by 2, which is our second form. So we got our second form. But if we want to manage this negative sign, we do not want this minus sign, we will put this or adjust this in this angle. How can we do that? You should remember that minus of sine theta is equal to sine of minus theta, right? We can use that identity both ways. So minus of this angle is same as sine of minus of this angle. So we'll write this as 2 sine C plus D by 2 into negative of this angle is sine D minus C by 2. So we adjust the negative sign inside the angle here to get this form of the formula. So guys, I hope you understood the C&D formulas and you got the derivation and the proof of these formula, which is very important because then you know where these formulas came from and not just given to you to memorize. You should know where we get these formulas from and how to derive them. If you have any queries or doubts, you can feel free to message us on the number given in the video description, or you can mail us with any queries or any other problems, or if you just want to chat, we are always here for you. Thank you.